Welcome back to Hood Fishing, everybody. Whoa, this is a really gray, dismal day. Hadn't been real cold. We haven't had bad weather yet, but we're early in the afternoon right now. It is sprinkling. Might see some more significant rain. I decided I would do a session real close to the house, so let's get on top of it. I'm gonna start at a spot where I know I will see action pretty much right off the bat. This is a small pumping station. We're like in between where it goes underground and where it dumps into a bayou. So there's a lot of fish here, mostly bluegill. There's probably bass. I've got bass here before once. Put a lot of depth. That's about 3 feet underneath that cork. We're going to start off with a 1/16 ounce jig head with a small black and chartreuse tube on there, also called an avocado and chartreuse. There's a lower level here than the last time I fished this. We're in a neighborhood too, so we can't hoop and holler too loud. But like I said, it's not late in the afternoon. It's after 3:30 right now. All right, no bites on the first cast. Get some of that snodgrass off there. What we're gonna do is we're going to take some depth out because maybe we're too deep. We're gonna go with just about a half a foot out to almost a foot out and see if that improves. And we're gonna cast over there again where it goes underground. Boom. Got to be careful when you're using a thin float. You slam it up against concrete too many times, it's going to crack and then sink. There we go, there's a bite. Took a few casts to find them. This jig might be too big for this. Last time I fished here, there was a lot of little bluegill in here, and I had to drop the jig size down. Okay, we're dropping down. I'm going to use one of these chartreuse baits here, and we got a 1/64 ounce jig head right there, very small hook. Kind of digging this spot at the moment because it's out of the wind. Oh, there we go. Whoa, right as I was about ready to give up. About ready to go to a different spot. There's like not that much going on here right now. A bite here and there. And as soon as I was going to pull this out, he got on. Yeah, you're right. It's your lucky day, buddy. Since I've been here, the weather's been falling apart a little more, deteriorating a little more. It's gotten windy, but we're out of the wind here, so you can't really tell. Stopped sprinkling. Like I said, there's not much going on at this spot. I really don't think there's going to be much going on anywhere else, but I'm getting to the point where I'm willing to test that theory. I took my advice. We're at a different spot, so the video looks different. I didn't want to get stuck at that one spot, but it is out of the wind. This is actually a cold front moving in on us. It's going to cool us down into the 40s tonight. It's going to stay in the upper 60s for most of this session, I believe. The wind may lay down. We're a little exposed to it here. Might be hard to fish a jig under a cork here, but we can move on to other things if we want. We'll just see how it goes, right? Give it a good go, and I'm giving up on it. The jig, I'm giving up on the jig. That jig anyway. So we're gonna go over to a shaky head jig with a finesse worm. See if there's bass here. Oh, I knew it would be tough this afternoon, but I wanted to try anyway. We are going to have to abandon this spot and just go deeper. Hopefully it doesn't start to rain hard while I'm that far down. There's always a lot of traffic on this road at this time of day. I'm just before the bridge. All that traffic's coming from the base over there. This spot is interesting. I haven't fished it in a while. It's not super shallow right off the bank. Well, it goes deep really fast, so you might be able to see because the water's kind of clear even though the wind is stirring it up. You can see the snodgrass on the bottom. It's about, the drop off is about maybe 5 to 6 feet right in front of this grass here, and it's a good drop off, so it's a good break line. Should be easy to run this along there. Might be fish hunkered down in there ready to ambush something, and it goes that way too, so we can go either direction here. It's gonna be a little difficult to fish standing behind this grass here, but we should be able to do something. Got it a little further out there than where the actual break line is, so we're just going to slowly at an angle shift the bait up to the break line, try to ride it as much as we can. The break line is the drop off that goes through here. Thought I'd walk up a little bit to cast my way towards the bridge. There's a bike here. That's the second bike I've seen. There might be more that I don't know of, but I once pulled one out from over there. It's kind of ironic. It's also bad and all that stuff, but right behind us there's a no dumping sign. Gotcha. Gotcha. Nice. Nice. Finally. Oh, that's a nice one too. Oh, yes. Yes. Holy moly, that's better than I expected. Let me tell you. It's not a trophy, right? But it is definitely not a little ditch pickled dink, is it? He's maybe 2 pounds, somewhere around there between 1.5 pounds and maybe a little better. Definitely I would give you 2 pounds. Would you give me 2 pounds for it? I'm sorry, it's not for sale. Anyway, better than I expected. Much better. Way much better than I expected. At least it's not a video of one little perch in the beginning and blah 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 till goodbye. Yeah, you're right. We're gonna keep going though. We're gonna have to kind of do that. At the very end now, this is kind of nicer because it's a bit out of the wind. Wow, over here by the bridge, I'm totally out of the wind. It actually feels warm. Actually feels like 60 something degrees now. Fishing in that wind for so long made me think it was actually in the 50s out here when it's not. Ah. Gotcha, finally. Yes. I thought I felt him, and I was like, maybe that wasn't a bite. And then all of a sudden he came back. Yeah, you're right. Smaller than that first one, but that's number 2 with the bass. Glad I came all the way down here. I just hope it doesn't start raining. That rain's not supposed to be bad until much later, but there was a blip of rain when we first came out. Luckily it didn't amount to much, but some sprinkling. There we go. Now that is in dink territory, but I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. I'm calling it at 2 bass, but I don't want to call it at 1 perch. We're about to lose the light anyway. This is a lit spot and it's out of the wind. Oh no. That is substantial. Oh my goodness. I think that, yeah, this is called, we're calling it. Well, I had a lot of bites here, but now I got a lot of raindrops, and they're the big ones I don't like. So I guess we are going to call it at 1 perch and 2 bass. Yeah, you're right, guys. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. I'll see you next time.